Welcome to another episode of FUN MMA News FMN9. We have an incredible guest today. She is gorgeous, a one championship fighter.
The legal name is Angela Lee Pucci, but everyone only still knows me as Angela Lee.
Congratulations to you and your husband.
We're going to be celebrating our 2-year anniversary, actually.
To me about how COVID changed both of your lives, your training.
It was super unexpected. I don't think anybody was, prepared for this, but, we make do, and we've been doing pretty well here in Hawaii. We've still been able to, train on a regular basis and still have some sort of schedule just to keep fit and stay ready for whenever the call comes. My birthday, his birthday, and our anniversary is in July. So it's usually a really busy party month for us.
Being a female fighter, a world champion fighter under one championship, inspiring girls worldwide, inspiring me and others.
I can't believe it, honestly. Things have just, I don't know, I'm on this crazy roller coaster ride, and I just started with one championship. Well, not just started, but 5 years now. 5 years going with one, and I transitioned into one championship right after my third amateur MMA fight. So I started off locally here in Hawaii, fighting as soon as I could turn 18. And after 3 amateur wins, I got signed to one championship, and that's kind of where my story began and where everything kind of took off from there. It's been a crazy ride, and I've experienced so many amazing things that I would not have been able to without one championship or without this journey. And it's been such a blessing. Honestly, I'm so grateful for everything, and I couldn't be happier right now.
Did you expect the success coming along?
No, honestly, I was not prepared for the success or the fame of anything that came with being a world champion. I was just so hungry to get that world title. My dream since I was a child was, to become a world champion. And so to see that dream come true in 2016 was the happiest moment of my life. And I even got that tattooed on me on my wrist right here. This is like my watch tattoo, and it's crazy because someone who was watching my fight live, they took a picture of their watch, and in the background was me getting presented my belt, and then it said the exact time on there. It was like 11:19 and May 6, 2016. So it was definitely a moment I wanted to keep with me forever.
Women like you that are coming on strong and that are just empowering women, that we can be powerful and feminine at the same time. Can you talk me through, as a fighter?
I think the most important thing throughout all of this is staying true to who I was and not losing myself in the process, because it is quite easy to get caught up in all of these benefits of, the fame and the money and things like that. So for me, one thing that really helped was keeping my family close, because my dad, he is my head coach, and my manager, my brother's my training partner, my husband. So my mom, all of these people, seeing them on a regular basis and making sure they're always there if I need support, if I need guidance, having them in that close circle really kind of guided me the right way to stay on the right path. And I couldn't have done it without them.
Kind and humble, but also very, very passionate.
I love this. Honestly, martial arts has always been in my life. Even before I was born, my parents, they competed, and then they had multiple gyms. So growing up as kind of like a mat baby was really unique. Obviously, there were some days where I did not want to train, but it was something that I really loved, especially the competition. That's really what kind of drove me to stay with it. I loved competing, and I'm just grateful that I stuck it out, even through the tough times when I lost or when it was hard, and I just kept training and, eventually finding that passion for it. That passion stayed with me throughout the years and led me to where I am now. People think that too, but I'm actually the oldest child. Christian is my younger brother. A lot of people think that he's older, and I think it's because of his beard, but his mustache. Christian, he's such a sweetheart, and he's always been such a kind brother to me. I was pretty much the one with like the temper growing up and things, but it's funny, like, because as with a 2-year gap only between kids, it's not too much of a difference. The girls are actually bigger, at that age. So I would kind of like bully him, push him around. But then when he turned about like 14, I think that's when things started to turn. He got his like men's strength, and I was like, oh no. But he was always really nice to me, He didn't like take it out on me like all those years I beat him up. So he's such a sweet guy.
No, like this is it. He's gonna become stronger. Like, was that a fear for you?
Honestly, yes. Like as an older sibling, you're so used to always like bossing the younger siblings around and like just bullying, being kind of like a bully. And then the day where he finally like kind of, I couldn't do anything. I was like literally like I hit a wall and I was frustrated. I was like, no, this can't be happening. And he kind of knew it too. He was like, oh, and then he caught me with a submission and I was like, no. Like I remember thinking in my head like, oh my God, that just happened. Like he's officially like bigger and stronger than me now. And I'm so happy he is bigger and stronger than me because I wouldn't want him to grow up and always, be like that. So I'm so proud of him, and he's grown so much.
You guys are literally the face of one championship.
We talked about it when I was in high school. We were both in high school at the time, and we were trying to figure out like what are we gonna do afterwards. And luckily when we were like 16 years old, 17 years old, we had the opportunity to do a lot of traveling for competitions, and we traveled to Europe. And I think after that trip we decided, hey, this is something that's so much fun. We love to do, get to travel, compete, everything we love. Like, why don't we just try to pursue this, like professionally as a career? And that's what we did. And I can't believe, last year Christian won his world title, and we really became the first siblings in history to both, be world champions. And just to have that, to say that we did that is just, I don't know, it's probably the thing that I'm most proud of.
You are the modern Mulan warrior. Can we just talk about
a crazy story? Before they started filming for Mulan and things like that, I actually got contacted to like try out for like to try out for the role. And I was so excited, but at the time I was, needing to fight, to defend my belt, and I would have to move to China for a few years. And the one thing that got me was that I can't speak Mandarin, and that was one of the things that like you needed to be able to do. And I was like pretty bummed out because that was always my dream come true. But just so happens this year, I got contacted by a jewelry company to model for their Mulan line, for their Disney Mulan line. And I got so excited. I was like, oh, well, hey, this is like second best thing. And I was really grateful that I was able to do that. Like these Disney themed lines. So they'll have like a Star Wars line, or they'll have like a Princess and the Frog. And then they just did the Mulan line. So it was really so awesome to be a part of that.
With the Mulan collection that they have, it really shows the true warriors, not just like models. And you are a true warrior yourself. You are the modern Mulan warrior.
Love them so much, and it was such an honor for me, to be chosen for their, like, they call it a role model, because that's the beautiful thing. Like you said, they're not just choosing like models and pretty faces and like a certain just type. It's not stereotype. They're really looking into who this person is, like what they're doing in their life, and my connections with my family and my martial arts background and all things like that. So they really thought it was a perfect fit. When they told me about the idea, I thought it was a perfect fit.
Your next fight would be, I know that you posted on Instagram about you versus Stamp Fairtex.
I don't know. There's like 3 options that come to my mind. So 1, a super fight with Stamp. 2, Stamp's training partner Denise, she just had a fight against one of the top contenders in ONE, which is May. I've fought her before, and she had a great fight. So she's pretty much next in line in the atomweight division. And my third kind of fight in my mind would be against Zhang Jingnan, having a trilogy fight with her. So I'm just waiting, staying healthy, staying fit for whenever the call is. I'm really dying to get back in the cage and fight again.
I've been doing the TikTok dances that's going on like as a trend.
I've watched a lot of them, but honestly, I don't have the coordination to do that. No.
I describe Angela Lee in 2 words.
That is so hard. A lot of people, they really only see like the Angela Lee inside of the cage or in a highlight video and fighting. So when they meet me in real life, they say, wow, you're such a nice person. You're such an like down-to-earth person. And that's kind of what I hope to show more people, because I mean, there's 2 completely opposite sides of me. One you see in the cage, and then how I actually am. So I don't know. Hopefully this video helps